Hi guys!
guys.
We're the Kenzies, and we work in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yep, and we are going to go over maintenance today. So we're going to go over maintenance on hair extensions, specifically for natural beaded row hair extensions.
Which is what we do.
That's what we specialize in.
So today we're going to start with just the general hair care. First starting with sleeping, which is actually more important than you would think.
Yep.
So you definitely, the biggest thing with sleeping is you never, ever, ever, ever want to go to bed with your hair wet.
No.
Ever.
It will mat to your hair. Your real hair will tangle into your hair extensions. It will mat to your head, and you will have dreadlocks.
Yep.
Don't do it. It's just not even
worth
worth it. Don't even do it.
So yeah, and that will help also with getting a silk pillowcase, because if you have a silk pillowcase, it repels moisture, so it keeps the moisture in your hair, and it prevents it from being sucked out, and that you're as you're sleeping, your hair isn't matting and dreading while you're sleeping like a crazy person like me.
You wake up and your hair is like a hot mess.
So crazy. So yeah, use a silk pillowcase. They're super cheap. You can order them on Amazon. They're great.
Yep.
And then for ways to sleep with your hair when it's not wet, obviously dry, loose braids. I know some people we know that do it in just cute loose braids or French braids. You can do a low pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will most of the time put my hair in a loose bun on top of my head. That way my curls stay in really well, and I have really good results with that. And you do the pony, don't you?
I just do a low pony, yeah, because my hair's too heavy, it gives me headaches if it's on top of my head too often. So I just like having it just out of my face so it doesn't tangle, but in a low pony so that it doesn't cause any issues. So there's sleeping. We're going to go into general hair care, so brushing.
Overall.
Brushing
is super important, and we love wet brushes. Wet brushes are amazing. They're super affordable. The cool thing about wet brushes is the bristles move really easily, so instead of ripping through your hair like a typical brush would when it's wet, it moves with your hair. So it's removing the tangles, but it's not ripping through your hair. Yeah.
Totally.
So use a wet brush no matter what if your hair is wet. If it's dry, you can use a regular brush. But the biggest thing with brushing is start from your ends and slowly work your way up to the top. That way you're removing knots from your ends, and then as you go, you don't have as much, and you're not ripping through your hair.
Yeah. I have a super tender scalp, and I mean, hair as is, no matter what your texture is fragile when it's wet. So when you're brushing, even when it's dry too, you don't want to tug too much. So I always hold my weft when I'm brushing, especially if I feel like it's a little bit tangly. I'll just hold it and then brush and work my way up. So that's if you have a tender scalp. If not, it's still fine, but just be gentle. Don't rip through your hair. That's just
Please don't rip through your hair.
Yeah.
The other thing I think with hair extensions is people always ask, how do you comb? My weft sits about right here, and a lot of times people ask, how do you comb your hair extensions? And the big thing is right where you get where your hair extensions are at, you kind of lift the brush out and then come back down. So you're not scraping it off your scalp. And just be gentle like we were telling you.
Just don't be a savage. Don't be a savage. Some girls that wear their hair in a ponytail and just rip it out, and don't do that. You're literally going to rip your extensions out. Be nice. Another thing, try not to do messy buns. Girls that get it, they wrap it around the hair tie and then just make it look like a water fountain hot mess. That is so scary because
water fountain?
It's really it looks crazy, and I'm it's cute, but you don't want to make your hair in dreads, because when you take that out, do you realize how hard that is to brush out? That's a hot mess. Don't go there.
And it's just really hard on your hair. There's plenty of other buns you can do that don't cosmetic.
Low-key messy, not super messy.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Next thing, always oil your extensions. So always. We have a product we love here. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. The Unite You oil is great.
We
nice
love
and
it.
hydrating.
1 to 2 pumps is all you need.
Yep.
A little bit goes a long way with hair product.
You don't want to make it too greasy and make your hair wet looking. But your scalp gets natural oils from your scalp, obviously, and your ends don't. So that's why your hair extensions and your natural hair need oils on the ends to help condition it. So that's why that is really key. Keeps them from getting too dry and matting and tangling, all that.
Yeah. And we really like the Unite because I feel like it doesn't build up so much on the hair, and a little goes a long way. You don't have to use a lot, and it doesn't get super heavy feeling. So
totally.
We love it.
And two other warnings we're going to give you guys. First one, do not use protein on your hair extensions.
Don't do it.
Ever,
Don't.
ever, ever.
Just don't.
So there's a lot of products out there that have like keratin or repair or things like that on the label. Whatever it is with the coating on the outside of fake hair extensions, it does not mix well. It breaks the hair down and it will be super, super tangly. It will be such a mess. They'll dread. I've had to replace a couple clients actually their hair extensions because we didn't know this a few years ago. With that warning, not using protein, until I looked on boheme.com and it told us very plainly and openly, do not use protein on hair extensions. So, lesson learned through experience, don't use like protein or repair. And then the last one is when you go on vacation.
Guys, this is a huge one. If you go swimming in the ocean, if you're in the chlorine, it's extremely drying for your hair extensions. So we've had clients where they go on vacation, they didn't follow like the guidelines that we set for them, and they have to replace all their hair. And the reason for that is chlorine and salt from the ocean is extremely dry on your hair extensions. So a couple of things that you need to do if you are swimming is, one, make sure that you're putting a leave-in conditioner in your hair extensions.
Spray.
Yep, spray it in, soak it up, give your hair extensions some extra moisture. Yeah,
oil if you don't have.
And then braid your hair. It needs to be in a fairly tight braid so that it's not getting wrecked around while you're swimming. I'm not a huge swimmer, so when I do go swimming, if I just do it in 2 French braids, it works just fine. Perfect. It's super cute. The Kardashians are wearing it. Totally. Whatever. It's fine.
Cute. You're at the beach, braids are in. Wow.
Braids are in. So make sure it's braided so that it's not, your hair's not getting tangled and in the water.
It's not free flowing in the water, so that way that pollution and stuff can get locked in there and create all that.
It protects your hair.
And matting. It's such a mess. I've seen it happen on clients who didn't listen to me. Don't do it. It's not worth having to replace your hair immediately after.
It's an expensive mistake.
Yes.
But yeah, so make sure that it's moisturized, and then after you do go swimming, make sure and do a mask of some kind, or that's protein free, a moisturizing mask on your hair extensions just to keep them and bounce them back to where they were. So that's it really for today. Unless, do you want to go over the product?
Totally.
Okay. So some of our favorite products. This is Kenzie is the one who got me hooked on this.
I've talked about this in literally all my product videos.
Yeah,
this is
it's
my
amazing.
life-saving
We love it.
thing. This is Do Over by Kevin Murphy. Don't mind my ugly nails right now. It is a hairspray, dry shampoo, and texture spray all in one. So it creates a very dry, textured look.
So your hair doesn't get heavy. Like my hair is so fine and thin, and I love Do Over because it just gives me the gritty texture that I feel like coarser haired people have and my hair extensions have. And it doesn't get like too heavy. That's what I absolutely love about it. Yep,
not too heavy, and it doesn't feel like there's so much product in there that it's like waxy. We don't like kind of like the waxy texture look. Like that goes a long way with those. But this one you can use quite a bit and it'll be just fine. It will do its job. So
love it, love it.
Yeah.
The next one is, I don't know if you can see that.
Untangled
by Kevin Murphy also.
This is their leave-in conditioner. So this is what I use when my hair is wet, before I rough dry it, and this is also what you would use if you're going on vacation, going in the pool or in the ocean water to prevent it from tangling. So
spray it in, braid your hair.
Yeah. Good. So when you think about ocean water, it's a natural dehydrating element because it has salt. Salt dehydrates meat, and that's how you preserve it, right? So it naturally just dehydrates your hair. So in order to protect your extensions and your real hair, you need something to mask it. So use this religiously, and then as soon as you get out of the ocean water, rinse it out. Rinse out the ocean and the chlorine.
Everything that's in
water.
it.
Yes, everything that's in it. Like try it like immediately after you're done, go back to the hotel or wherever you're staying, rinse it out.
And you're good to go. Okay. This is also really good for when you get out of the shower. Spray it in, detangle your hair. You'll love it. You'll love your life.
Okay, that is it for our general maintenance. This is kind of usually the list that we're going off of. We send these home with you guys when you come in for NBR, and we send some of those products home with you as well in your take-home product kit. So
thanks, you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll post more next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.